Hello students, good morning all of you. And in previous video I have solved some number of problems of exercise 3.1, which is based on the definition of rational number and also properties of the rational number. So now today we are moving the next question of exercise 3.1, and it is also based on the concept of rational number. So let's start. In question number 7, you have to write the equivalent rational number. So student, first of all I want to say something about what is the equivalent rational number. Before solving the question, I am writing the definition of equivalent rational number, and you have to write in your copy all the definition. You have to write again you have to write this definition in all these definition forms. So equivalent rational number. So student, what is equivalent rational number? Equivalent rational number is obtained by equivalent rational number is obtained by multiplying or dividing in both numerator and denominator by same integers other than 0. Okay students, so first of all you have to know about how can we find equivalent rational number of any rational number. So students, if you want to find equivalent rational number of, if you have to given a upon b rational number, and if you want to find equivalent rational number of this rational number, then you have to multiply or you have to divide the same integer other than 0. It means other than 0. इसका मतलब बच्चों कि अगर किसी रेशनल नंबर का आपको इक्विवेलेंट रेशनल नंबर फाइंड करना है तो आपको न्यूमरेटर या डिनोमिनेटर में सेम इंटीजर डिवाइड करने पड़ेंगे या मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, तभी हमें उस रेशनल नंबर का इक्विवेलेंट रेशनल नंबर मिलेगा। लेकिन एक ध्यान ये रखना है कि 0 को छोड़ करके, क्योंकि इंटीजर में 0 भी आता है, तो 0 को आपको मल्टीप्लाई या डिवाइड नहीं करना है। 0 को छोड़ करके आप किसी भी इंटीजर से, अगर उस रेशनल नंबर को किसी भी इंटीजर से अगर हम मल्टीप्लाई या डिवाइड करेंगे सेम इंटीजर से, तब हमें उस रेशनल नंबर का इक्विवेलेंट रेशनल नंबर मिलेगा, लेकिन 0 को छोड़ करके, इसीलिए लिखा गया अदर देन 0. ओके, सो दिस इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ equivalent rational number, and in this exercise 3.1 and question number 7 is basically based on the concept of equivalent rational number. If you have to find 3 equivalent rational number for each of the following, you have to write 3 equivalent rational number of -3/5 are, first one is -3/5 into 2, then we will get -6/10. Second equivalent rational number may be minus 3 into 3 upon 5 into 3, then you will get minus 9 upon 15. And in the same way you have to multiply this rational number by both numerator and denominator, then you will get the third equivalent number. So students, you have seen that same integer are multiplying in both numerator and denominator, then you will get the lots of equivalent number from this number. And it is also given that there are infinite equivalent number exist between from any rational number. It means एक रेशनल नंबर के बहुत सारे इक्वेशन नंबर होते हैं. So this is the solution of this question, and you have to solve the other remaining part from this process. Now we are moving our next question. Question number 8. Question number 8 is, which of the following rational number are equivalent? Which of the following rational number are equivalent? First part you have to given 7 upon 28 and 21 upon 80. So student, in this type of question, if you want to check that this rational number are equivalent, then you have to apply the concept of cross multiplication. Okay, so in this rational number, if you want to check that both the rational numbers are equivalent, then you have to apply the cross multiplication concept like this: 7 upon 28 into 21 upon 80, then you will get 7 into 80 and 28 into 21, then you will get 7 8 is 56, and you have to multiply 28 by 21, 8 2 8 is 16, 1 carry 2 2 is 4 or 1 5, 8 6 2 8 or 5 double 8, 2 8 is 16, 1 carry 8 6 2 8 and 5. Okay, so student, this is the multiplication. 5 double 8 588. So both the number is equal? No, because this is 560 and here this is 588. So both the number is not equal. So we can say that, hence we can say that 7 upon 21 and 21 upon 80 is not an equivalent rational number. Okay student, so this is the process. How can we check that both the rational number are equivalent? You have to apply the cross multiplication method. And if the product are same in both the side, then we can say that both the rational numbers are equivalent. Otherwise, if the product are not same in both the side, then you can say that both the rational numbers are not equivalent rational number. Okay, so before moving on next question, pause the video to note it down in your copy and take a screenshot. Now students, we are moving another question of question number 8b part is, you have to again check that this number is equivalent or not. Then again you have to apply the concept of cross multiplication like this: 14 into 2 and 5 into 7, then you will get 14 2 is 28 and 7 5 is 35. So both the product is not equal in both sides, so you can say that, hence you can say that 14 upon 5 and 7/2 are not equivalent. So student, the C part is your homework, so solve by yourself from this step. Now we are moving on next question. Question number 9. Question number 9 is the basically based on the concept of standard ration number. So students, I have given the concept of standard ration number in previous video, that if you want to find the standard ration number for any ration number, then first of all you have to make the denominator positive by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by -1, and after that you have to find the highest common factor of both the numerator and denominator. Then you will divide the numerator and denominator by this highest common factor. Then you will get the standard ration number of that ration number. So if you want to find the standard ration number of this ration number, first of all you have to check that denominator is positive or negative. Here the denominator is positive, so no need to multiply both the numerator and denominator by -1. Now you have to find the HCF. You have to find the HCF of both the numerator and denominator. Student, there are two methods. If you want to find standard ration number in quick time, then you have to cancel by both the numerator and denominator by its factor. And the second method is, you have to first of all you have to find the HCF, then after that you have to divide both the numerator and denominator by HCF, and then you will get the standard ration number of this ration number. Now we are applying the HCF method to find HCF of 84 and 144. Then you have to apply the method for finding the HCF is prime factorization method. You have studied in class 6 that how can we find the HCF of any two number. There are two methods are given in class 6. First one is prime factorization method and second method is division method. So you have to apply the prime factorization method. Here first of all you have to find the factors of this number is 84, 2 4 ja 8, 2 2 ja 4, 2 2 ja 4, 2 1 ja 2, and 3 7 ja 21, 7 1 ja 7, and 144 is 2 7 ja 14, and 2 2 ja 4, 2 36 ja 2 18 ja 2 9 ja 3 3 ja and 3 1 ja. Hence now you have to write the factor of 84 is 2 times 2 and 3 and 7, 2 2 ja 4, 4 3 ja 12, 12 7 ja 44, and 144 is here 1 2 3 4, 4 times you have to write 2 and 2 times you have to write 3. Hence HCF of 84 and 144 is equal to, here the common factor is 2 and this is also, and this 3 and this 3. Okay, so you will get the HCF is 2 multiplied 2 multiplied 3, that is 2 2 ja 4, 4 3 ja 12. Now student, we get the HCF of both the numerator and denominator. And now the second step is you have to divide this HCF. You have to divide this numerator and denominator by this HCF. Now dividing both numerator and denominator by 12, we get then 84 upon 144. We have to divide by 12, then you will get 12 7 the 84 and 12 12 the 144. Now this is the standard Reschel number of this Reschel number. Okay, so student, this step you have to follow if you want to find the standard Reschel number. Then you have to follow the steps. Okay, so first step is you have to check that the denominator is negative or positive. If the denominator is negative, then first of all you have to make the denominator positive by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by -1. After that you have to find the HCF of the numerator and denominator, and in next step, after finding the HCF, you have to divide both the numerator and denominator by this HCF. Then you will get the standard Reschel number of this Reschel number. Okay, so follow these steps. You have to find the HCF. You have to find the standard Reschel number of this remaining part of B and C. So this is for yourself. You have to solve the remaining part of this question by yourself. And now we are moving on next question. So before moving on next question, pause the video to note it down in your copy or take a screenshot. Okay students, so now we are moving on next question. Question number 10 is based on the concept of absolute value. You have to find the absolute value of the following Reschel number. So first of all, I want to say something about absolute value. What is the absolute value of the any Reschel number? Student, you have studied in chapter 1 also that if you want to find the absolute value of any integer or any Reschel number, so the absolute value of the any integer or any Reschel number is always positive in irrespective of which sign. It means किसी भी रेशनल नंबर या किसी भी इंटीजर का जो एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू होता है वो हमेशा पॉजिटिव होता है, और उसके जो भी साइन होते हैं, जैसे अगर मान लीजिए नेगेटिव साइन है तो भी वो पॉजिटिव होगा या पॉजिटिव है तो भी पॉजिटिव होगा. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू वांट टू राइट द एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू ऑफ दिस इंटीजर देन यू विल गेट द a, and if you want to write this negative integer then you will get also the positive number. Okay, in the same way, if you want to write this Reschel number, absolute value of this Reschel number, then you will get the positive Reschel number, and if you want to write the absolute value of this negative Reschel number, then you will get also the positive Reschel number. So apply this concept for finding the absolute value of this Reschel number. Then absolute value of 5.9 is, you have to write 5.9 by this, and the sign of the this Reschel number is positive. So this is the answer. Okay. In the same way, if you want to write the absolute value of -5 on -9, -5 on -9, so absolute value of -5 upon -9 is, you have to write -5.9 in this symbol, because this is the symbol, this is the representation of any rational number in absolute value. It means if you want to write the representation that how can we represent the absolute value of any rational number, then you have to write this rational number and you have to write 2 lines before and after this rational number. Now if you write the absolute value of this rational number, then you have to write this rational number in positive sign like this. So again this answer of this question is 5.9. So student, the remaining part is your homework. So you have to write the homework. Today's homework is do remaining question from 7 to 10 of exercise 3.1. okay. Now student, you have to solve the remaining question of this exercise from 7 to 10. It means जो क्वेश्चन मैंने अभी छोड़ दिए हैं वो क्वेश्चन आपको होमवर्क में कंप्लीट करने हैं कॉपी में, और you have to follow all the steps before solving this question. You have to follow all the steps which I have delivered today. So students, today we will discuss our next topic. Tomorrow we will discuss our next question of this exercise. So thank you very much for being with us.